Hello and welcome to this learning video. In this learning video, we are going to talk about correlation. In the last learning videos, what we have seen? We have seen what is curve fitting and how we fit a curve to the given data. Now moving one step ahead, in this learning video, we will see what is the relationship between data. So, whenever there is a relationship, there is a correlation. So, what is correlation? The correlations is nothing but the relationship between two or more variables. And whenever there is a relationship, there must be some strength of that relationship. So, the degree of strength of that relationship is given by the coefficient of correlation. And as far as the notation is concerned, we are going to take small r as the notation for coefficient of correlation. It's a standard one, okay, and it is given by the formula r is equal to summation xy upon under root of summation x square into summation y square. This can also be found out with the help of this formula. Whether you use this formula or this formula, you will always be getting the same coefficient of correlation for the same data. Okay, where what is this x? This x is nothing but x minus x bar. What is this capital Y? This is y minus y bar, where this x bar and y bar are nothing but the means of x and y respectively. What is mean? Mean is nothing but the average value, and if you wish to find out the mean, it is x bar is equal to summation x upon n. Likewise, y bar, that is mean value of y, can be found out by summing up all the values of y divided by the total number of data. Okay, now there is a term sigma x, sigma y. The sigma x and sigma y are nothing but the standard deviations of x and y respectively. Okay, and what is this n? This n is nothing but the number of given data. Okay, now let's move ahead. This r, that we calling it as the coefficient of correlation, is also known as Karl Pearson's coefficient of correlation. Okay, now whatever I have stated till now, it is for the given data. Okay, now depending on the nature of data, we will make use of the different formulas to find out the coefficient of correlation. If the data are numerically small, we'll go with this formula to find out the coefficient of correlation. But is it the case always that you will always be having small data? Certainly no. Sometimes we may have small data, sometimes we may have numerically large values. Okay, so when the values of x and y are numerically large, then we apply this formula to find out coefficient of correlation. Okay, now there is one more formula that we are going to discuss now. We have one more formula to find out the coefficient of correlation, and that is known as the method of assumed means. Okay, so let us see what is method of assumed means. Method of assumed means. As the name suggests, there is an involvement of mean values. Okay, so let us see here. When to use this method of assumed means to find out the coefficient of correlation? Sometimes what happens that mean values of x and y, that is given data, are not integers, they are fractions. In such cases, we are going to adopt this method of assumed means to find out the coefficient of correlation. So let me write it here. If the values of, let me write it precisely, mean values of x and y are not integers, that is fraction, that is fraction, then we use the following formula. We use the following formula to find coefficient of correlation. To find coefficient of correlation. And that formula I am writing now. That formula is R is equal to n summation x y minus summation x into summation y upon under root of n summation x square minus summation x whole square into n summation y square minus summation y whole square. Okay, so this is the third formula that we will use when the mean values of x and y are not integers. So take care of this formula. If you look at these two formula, there is only a difference of x is replaced by capital X, y replaced by capital Y. That's it. Okay. Now let us take an example. So I am writing here now example 1. Find the coefficient of correlation. Find the coefficient of correlation for the given data. And data is given to us. So I have already written somewhere this data. So we have some values of x and y given. So the values of x are 6, 2, 10, 4, 8. 6, 2, 10, 4, 8, and the corresponding values are 9, 11, 5, 8, 7. So as you can see, the data are not that large. These are not numerically large values, right? So what we're gonna do here, we will find out the coefficient of correlation by using the first formula that we have discussed. Okay. Now, this coefficient of correlation have values. Okay. And this coefficient of correlation always lies from -1 to 1. Okay. So let me write down this as a note. Number 1, R lies from -1 to 1. Okay, and depending on the values of R, we have relations. Okay, if suppose R is equal to 0, then there is no correlation. There is no correlation. If R is equal to +1, then the relation is perfect positive. Perfect positive. And guess what would be the fourth point? R is equal to -1. Correct. So if R is equal to -1, then the relation is perfect negative. So on this note, there may be a MCQ question that can be asked, like if R is equal to +1, then the relation is, okay, no relation, perfect positive, perfect negative, none of this. So some questions like this can be asked in the MCQ type of examination. Okay. Now, if this is clear to you, I would like to give you some interesting examples of positive correlation. Like the more you walk, the more calories will be burned. So there is a correlation. and that correlation is nothing but the perfect positive. Talking in terms of the present scenario, the demand of the injection which is used in the treatment of COVID, that demand will increase, so as the product's associated price, right? And there is also a correlation in weight and height, like the taller people seems to be heavier. Okay, so these are the examples of correlation. Now I would like to take an example on how to find out coefficient of correlation. So let me write down the problem first. Example: find the coefficient of correlation for the given data. Okay, so let me write down the data first. So here we have x and y. So values of x are 6, 2, 10, 4, 8. So this much data is given, and corresponding values of y are 9, 11, 5, 8, 7. Okay. So as you can see here, the data which is given to us is not large. These are numerically small values. Okay, so we gonna make use of the very first formula that we have discussed in the beginning. Okay, now let us see what is that formula. So to find out the coefficient of correlation, we gonna make use of summation xy upon summation x square into summation y square. Okay, so what I need to find out? I need to find out the summation values of all these. Okay, for that I need to first of all find out x, and for x we have to find out x bar because we have already x, and likewise for y. So let us start with the mean. Let us find out the mean, and before that we will write down the number of given data. The number of given data, that is n, is equal to how many data is given? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay, now let us find out mean. What is x bar? X bar is summation x by n. Y bar is summation y by n. So what is sum of all x? What is sum of x? 6 plus 2 plus 10 plus 4 plus 8 divided by n is 5. So this is 6, 8, 8, 8, 16, 20, 30. So 30 by 5 is 6. And summation of y. So sum of all these values now. 9 plus 11 plus 5 plus 8 plus 7 divided by 5. So what is this? 9 plus 11, 20. 20, 20, 40. So 40 by 5 is 8. So what would be my x? My capital X would be x minus x bar, which is equal to x minus 6. And what is my capital Y? Capital Y is y minus y bar, that is x minus 8. Okay. Now to find out the coefficient of correlation, I need to find out summation x square, summation y square, and summation xy. And for that, we will do the calculations. So let us draw a table first. So in the tabular calculations, the first column would be of x, second of y, third of capital X, next capital Y, then x square, then y square, and at last xy. Okay. Now, what are the values of x? The values of x are given 6, 2, 10, 4, 8. Okay, and values of y is 9, 11, 5, 8, 7. So after substituting the values of these given values of x and y, let us find out x. What is capital X? X minus 6. And what is y? Is y minus 8. Okay. So what is x minus 6? 6 minus 6, 0. 2 minus 6 is minus 4. 10 minus 6 is plus 4. 4 minus 6 is minus 2. And 8 minus 6 is plus 2. Okay. Likewise, find out the values of y. So this is 9 minus 8, 1. 11 minus 8 is 3. 5 minus 8 is minus 3. 8 minus 8 is 0. And 7 minus 8 is minus 1. Easy. Now find out the square of this. 0. 4 square 16. 4 square 16. Then it is 4. And this is also 4. Now take the square of this. 1, 9, 9, 0, 1. And now x into y. 0 into 1 is 0. 4 3s are minus 12. 4 3s are minus 12 again. 2 into 0 is 0. And 2 into minus 1 is minus 2. Now we want summation of x square. So I will find out summation of x square. What is it? 16, 16, 32. 8, 40. Next. Sum of this 9 1 10, 9 1 10. So summation y square is 20 and summation xy is equal to, this is 24 minus 26. Okay. After getting all these values, you just need to find out the coefficient of correlation. You can write here coefficient of correlation. Which we denote it by R, is equal to summation xy upon under root summation x square into summation y square. Easy. Okay, now substitute these values. So R is equal to, what is summation xy? Minus 26 and under root of summation x square, that is 40 into 20. So this value comes out to be minus 0.9192. Okay. Therefore, R is equal to minus 0.9192. And that is what we wanted to find. I hope the problem that we have taken here is clear to you. In the very upcoming video, we will see the example on coefficient of correlation when the values of x and y are numerically large. So till then, keep learning. Thank you for watching this learning video.